Welcome to my new moon ritual. I'm just going to turn on another light. So I'm about to start. I'm just going to run through some of the things that I have here. I decided to use the black candles today, one to represent the god and one to represent the goddess. I have my little bell here. I like to have, it's typically used, from my knowledge, to, petition your angels or deities to call them in. I mostly just keep it on my altar. I don't really use it all that much, but I like having it there. It's just kind of a piece, really, that I like. I have some lavender incense here. I chose lavender incense because it's going to relax me, and what I want to accomplish this new moon is really connecting with women. I've been trying to do that recently, and so far it's going really well, and I'm thinking that the lavender will help relax me a little more. I have my selenite here, which is going to get rid of any negativity that I have around connecting with women, any self-limiting beliefs, anything that would just hold me back from moving forward in my relationships with women. I have some amethyst here, very good for psychic intuition. It's a very goddess-like energy, so I wanted to bring that to the table. My blessed clear quartz, like I say, I do this every January, and it makes whatever I do just a little bit stronger. And I also have my rose quartz here, and I put that here. It's for self-love, and I just want to remind myself to love myself, because sometimes navigating new friendships can be really hard. So I don't want to be too hard on myself if something doesn't work out. And of course, I have my symbols here of earth, air, my wand for fire, and the chalice for water. I have one of my Book of Shadows right there. I just wanted to bring it over to bless it. I have my black mirror that I'm going to try scrying with. I can get the puffs of smoke when I look into it, but I can't really see anything yet. Got my tarot cards. I'm only going to do a 3-card spread. I'm not going to do anything major. And I have my new moon tea in here. That consists of a black tea, some dark chocolate, lavender, and dried grapefruit peel. Here's my cup. And I'm also continuing my course on Hecate. I'm on lesson 4. So I'm not going to do anything fancy like cast a circle or anything. I'm just going to do my thing here. I'm just going to enjoy. I'll film little bits of it here and there that I want to show you. But this is my little table set up here. You can do whatever you want. You can bring things like flowers. You can do different crystals. You can, anything that will help you manifest whatever it is that you're trying to accomplish within the next moon cycle. You can bring that to the table. First thing that I did was I lit the candles again for the god and the goddess, and I also lit my lavender incense. I did a little bit of grounding work where I just planted my feet on the floor and I connected with the god and the goddess. To invite them in to join me within this ritual, within my little tea party. And so those candles are there to honor them. It's also good just to take some deep breaths and just kind of put your day behind you. And you want to get into a place where you can really focus and hone in on what it is that you're trying to accomplish with your new moon ceremony. So I think I'm just about ready to pour myself a cup of tea. I'm just gonna drink this in silence and really start to think about what it is specifically that I want to manifest and how I might go on about it, and ask for the God and Goddess for some guidance along the way. I did a little bit of journaling and some work in my book here. Hecate's Modern Witchcraft. And this author is actually also from the Maritimes. The reason why I'm really wanting to connect with women more is to do with my journey in sobriety. I am a recovering alcoholic. I will be 6 years sober on August 22nd. This is pretty big for me, and I'm very, very excited. This past October, I just got back into meetings, and my attendance would wax and wane. However, this summer I've been really good on my days off. I've been, trying to load up on meetings as best as I can. And then when I'm working, I can't, obviously. Or if I'm doing night shifts, I work around it. There's usually about 2 AA meetings in my city within a day. So that's good. I keep up with it. I really want to connect with women because there's so many men in the program, and don't get me wrong, men are wonderful. However, there's just nothing like, feeling connected to the women in the program. There are some things that are going on in the program with the men right now that I'm not particularly happy about. And it just makes me want to connect with women even more, which I know sounds negative. However, I need to protect the women in the program. I need to protect myself. And I find that a lot of the times the women and the men tend to gravitate towards each other. So I'm hoping to rekindle some of that energy. I think a lot of women that I have talked to in the program, some of them said that, they always felt like they were tomboys, or, they were one of the guys, and, they just never had a lot of female friendships, and it's new for them. And I want to help encourage and foster that. And I think that, if we could all just get together and get to know each other and, not shy away from each other, that we could really help each other, really create like a sisterhood within AA, a bond. So that is what I'm trying to manifest right here. I'm going to do a very simple 3-card spread of strengths, opportunities, and weaknesses when it comes to me developing these newfound female connections, or connections with women rather. So this is my quick new moon tarot reading. So to manifest my desire to connect with women, I wanted to do a little reading. So this is my strength, that's the star, my weaknesses, 10 of Wands, and my opportunities, 3 of Pentacles. So the way that I interpret this is my strength is that I'm full of, optimism, hope, inspiration. Everything is there in order to inspire me to move forward with my goal. It seems like I have some direction. I can make decisions. I'm just so, drawn to what I'm doing. I can really, get through this. However, my weakness is the Ten of Wands. I'm kind of getting a sense that what my weakness is, I see 10, of course, as the completion. And I don't think that I really achieved enough in my own personal life to do what I'm about to do. Now, that it doesn't mean I shouldn't go through with it per se. It's just I need to be careful, I think, with my optimism. And I think this is a problem that has come up in the past where I'm so enthusiastic and optimistic and so light and bright about things that I often forget. Sometimes there's a dark side, there's a heaviness, there's a burden that often women carry with them, whether it's just from being a woman or if it's just other things in their lives. And I think that I need to remember where I stand, where I sit, and acknowledge where other people are sitting and let them explain in their words where they're at, and me not try to counsel them on where they could be. That's a big problem that I have, is that I think that I know how people can get through their circumstance. I need to, maybe get an understanding of what they think about what they're going through and just leave it up to them to hash out on their journey. If somebody asks me a specific question or wants to know my opinion, then maybe that would be the best time to give it, as opposed to, doing it in a sort of unsolicited kind of way, in a blunt way, without consideration of the other person and what they were hoping to achieve by, talking to me. And my opportunity is the Three of Pentacles. 3 is always something that springs into action, and I really think that I'm going to be able to manifest what I set out to do. I think it's going to be more established, it's going to flourish. There's going to have to be a lot of planning involved, though. And I think that I can also maybe inspire connections among women in the group, or with whomever, however I decide to go on about it. There's a lot to really think about there and unpack. I think I'm going to maybe just sit here a little longer with the cards and just drink my third cup of tea. I always like to end my little ceremony, my tea ceremony, by thanking the God and Goddess for being here. And any leftover tea that I have, I'm just going to return it back to the earth probably tomorrow on my way to work. I'll just dump it outside. So thank you for being here with me. This is how I celebrated the new moon, or how I honored or acknowledged the new moon. I hope you enjoyed it as much as I did. Have a good night.